Proverbs chapter 4. This one's going to be good. Hear, O sons, a father's instruction, and be attentive that you may gain insight. For I give you good precepts. Do not forsake my teaching. When I was a son with my father, tender, the only one in the sight of my mother, he taught me and said to me, let your heart hold fast my words. Keep my commandments and live. Get wisdom, get insight. Do not forget and do not turn away from the words of my mouth. Do not forsake her, and she will keep you. Love her, and she will guard you. The beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom. And whatever you get insight. Prize her highly, and she will exalt you. She will honor you if you embrace her. She will place on your head a graceful garland. She will bestow on you a beautiful crown. Hear, my son, and accept my words, that the years of your life may be many. I have taught you the way of wisdom. I have led you in the paths of uprightness. When you walk, your step will not be hampered, and if you run, you will not stumble. Keep hold of instruction. Do not let go. Guard her, for she is your life. Do not enter the path of the wicked, and do not walk in the way of the evil. Avoid it. Do not go on it. Turn away from it and pass on. For they cannot sleep unless they have done wrong. They are robbed of sleep unless they have made someone stumble. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. But the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn, which shines brighter and brighter until full day. The way of the wicked is like deep darkness. They do not know over what they stumble. My son, be attentive to my words. Incline your ear to my sayings. Let them not escape your sight. Keep them within your heart, for they are life to those who find them, and healing to all their flesh. Keep your heart with all vigilance, for from it flow the springs of life. Put away from you crooked speech and devious talk far from you. Let your eyes look directly forward, and your gaze be straight before you. Ponder the path of your feet, then all your ways will be sure. Do not swerve to the right or to the left. Turn your foot away from evil. Thank you guys for tuning in for day 4 of our Proverbs Bible study series. We're going to just continue on with what we've been talking about in the last few videos. Again, if you've not seen those, I encourage you to go and check those out. They're not prerequisites for this video, but it doesn't hurt to, go check those out and kind of see how everything kind of builds up, which it kind of does a little bit there. Again, are some repeat patterns in this chapter, similar to the last chapter. It's almost like it's the same as chapter 3, but just different words. It's basically again, the father saying to the son, listen to me. Like, it's good to have a mentor. It's good to have a father that can teach you these precepts, can give you this wisdom and this insight. From that point on, it's kind of similar to chapter 3, where there is kind of this personification of wisdom. From that point, it's the benefits of obtaining wisdom and keeping it. And then we go into kind of this warning section, do not enter the path of the wicked and do not walk in the way of evil. And then towards the end, verses 20 through 27, this is where things are a little bit different than the previous days, which I really like, and we're going to talk about that. I don't know about you guys, but like, if you've watched video 1 through now, even for me, just studying the word and reading through these Proverbs, I can definitely tell just meditating on the word and studying it and reading it and just thinking about it, and just as life is kind of happening around me. Even last night, like, we were kind of struggling with something, my wife and I, and I just started praying. I didn't think about it at the time, but like, as I was reading today and just thinking about like, what are the attributes, what are the character traits of somebody that has wisdom or is like seeking after wisdom. I'm not trying to say that to be like, toot toot my own horn, look how wise I am, I prayed, right? But like, in that moment, I realized that who I used to be was, I wouldn't pray, or I wouldn't lean into trusting God. I'd get frustrated or angry, and I'd just be angry or frustrated, and I'd be in a sour mood. But last night I was in that place, and I grabbed my wife's hand and I just started praying, and I definitely felt a shift in my attitude. I don't know if that's making any sense, but if anything, maybe you're in that same place too. A few notes here. Mentorship is goated, as the Gen Z Gen Z crowd, I can't even talk. The Gen Z crowd would say, right here at the beginning, hear, O sons, a father's instructions, and be attentive that you may gain insight. For I give you good precepts. Do not forsake my teaching. When I was a son with my father, he taught me and said to me, this is what he said. He said, let your heart hold fast my words and keep my commandments and live. Get wisdom, get insight. Don't forget and do not turn away from the words of my mouth. Grandpapa was preaching to daddy. And now daddy's telling the son, like, you gotta hear up, listen up. You may be like me and you may not have a dad. I mean, I was obviously, like, I'm here, so I did have a dad, but he is no longer here. And that relationship was not what any young man should have. It should have been much different than it was. There were other men in my life that were mentors and father figures, and those are really good things. If there's not somebody in your life, even if it's just like an older brother or an older friend that you can just sit down with and you can just do life with, and someone that can mentor you, that may have a little bit more life experience, or just general life knowledge and biblical knowledge, biblical understanding and wisdom, find that person. It's really good. Mentorship is really good. It's really valuable. And then again, like I said before, we see this value of wisdom theme, and then it goes into a warning against sin. In this passage, it's talking about how people that are sinners and love to sin, they can't sleep until they've gone out and they've sinned. Don't walk with them. Avoid it. Do not go on it. This is the path of the wicked, it's saying. They can't sleep unless they've done wrong. They are robbed of sleep unless they have made someone stumble. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. But the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn, which shines brighter and brighter until full day. What an amazing contrast. Let's choose to be the light that shines as bright as the dawn, and let's reflect that light, which is Jesus Christ in the world around us. Continuing on, your heart is the spring of life. This is in verses, it's really verse 23, but it continues on past that. Keep your heart with all vigilance, for from it flows the springs of life. Listen to what I'm saying. This is really important. Your heart, you need to guard it with all vigilance, for from it springs life. And my pastor growing up used to say, what goes down in the well comes up in the bucket. Your character, your thoughts, your emotions, let them be pure, let them be honorable, and let them be righteous. Just like it's saying, the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn. Let's choose to be the light of dawn, as opposed to, I can't sleep until I've done wicked. So what is in the heart will come out. And the warning here in verse 24 through 25, 24 and 25, it's actually just 24, sorry, not 25. So just 24, put away your crooked speech and put away devious talk from you. It's the obscene talk. It's speech that is just, it just has this negative life to it. That's even negative talk that we have to ourselves. I'm guilty of telling my wife at times when I feel down that I'm just a loser, I'm a failure. What's so toxic about that is that I truly feel that when I say it. I'll actually feel that. Like, I'll feel like I'm a failure, and I'll say, I just feel like I'm a loser, I'm a failure. And Jess is like, no, you got to say 5 nice things about yourself. Like, talk like that. That's what it's saying here too, is to put that speech away from you, that devious talk far from you. And that's with other people as well, whether that's gossip. Gossip is such a huge thing. I hear so much from my wife when it comes to just like in the corporate world and in the workplace, like how prevalent gossip is and how toxic and destructive it really is. And she does such a good job of just being a positive light in that area, and really setting a strong example for not partaking in that. And I'm really proud of her for that. Slander, malice, manipulative speech. And then closing out the chapter, verses 26 through 27, really is talking about being intentional with your decisions. Discern what is God's will. Don't make hasty decisions. Again, it says to ponder the path of your feet, then all your ways will be sure. Don't swerve to the left or to the right. Turn your foot away from evil. So keep these precepts. Hold fast to the commandments and these words, get wisdom, get insight. And whatever you do, make sure that what you put in your heart is pure and it's good, because what's down here is going to come out. Be intentional with your decisions and be intentional with how you choose to live your life. Be intentional about your actions, your responses. Like we talked about either the last video or the video before last, when we talked about being responsive instead of reactive. And that is a part of that. Ponder the path of your feet. Yeah. So when you're walking life's journey, you think about where you're going and you ask yourself, is this where God wants me to go? Is this where God wants me to be? Is this what God wants me to be doing? And you pray, Lord, let it be your will. Whatever I do, let it be your will and let it be honorable to you. Give me wisdom, give me insight, help me to shine as bright as the dawn, just as Christ, to this broken world that needs Jesus more than anything. Thanks for watching. Make sure you share this video with someone. Check out the other videos, videos 1 through 3, chapters 1 through 3. We're going to keep trucking on Proverbs, and we're just going to grow together. Let me know if you have any comments or any thoughts down below. And we will see you guys chapter 5, day 5, and we'll figure out what's going on there.